Hey guys, welcome to my Natural Academia. In today's video, we're going to be talking about the concept as to why natural hair is so hard to manage. I'm also going to be unbraiding my hair because I'm about to go wash it. So I was like, may as well just do some sort of like braid out looking thing. Anyways, that's besides the point. The reason as to why I wanted to kind of talk about, why natural hair is considered to be hard to manage or quote unquote hard to manage is because I've been seeing it a lot of places lately. I feel like a lot of people kind of refrain from going natural a lot of times because they consider their own natural hair to be harder to manage than other textures. So I thought it'd be an interesting topic to cover. For those that don't know, I've been natural all my life. My hair wasn't always this long. My hair used to be like short, and then it took a while for it to grow out. Like 6 years for me to get to waist length. So that's that. And along my journey of growing my hair, I used to think that my hair wasn't that hard to manage. But anyways, the things that I used to do to my hair when it was shorter are not what I do to my hair now that it's a bit longer. I will say that there are certain methods that I used to do to my hair that I no longer do because I feel like it just takes a lot of time. But in general, I see a lot of people talk about how they find their own natural hair, specifically type 4 hair, kinky, coily, natural hair. They find it a lot harder to manage to the point where sometimes mothers will resort to perming their children's hair or braiding it up with weave or taking them to the salon because they genuinely just don't have the time to take care of their children's hair. And I always found that a little bit odd. Like the hair that grows out of our head is just, I don't know, it just seems odd to me how the hair that grows out of our head causes us so much trouble or turmoil to a point where we resort to other things as a means to not really take care of it ourselves. But I'm not gonna sit here and act like, natural hair is not a lot of work. I never really thought that my hair was hard to manage. I did think that it took a lot of time for me to do it. When my hair was shorter, it used to take me about 8 hours to style. It used to take me about 4 hours to wash, which is a long time. It used to honestly take me all day to take care of my hair, which is why I feel like I've grown to not really touch my hair as much as most people with natural hair would, because I understand that it does take a lot of time. The two biggest things that I feel like kind of contribute to natural hair being hard to manage, let me stop using quotation marks because it looks like I'm being sarcastic, but I feel like the two biggest things that contribute to us thinking that our hair is hard to manage is the methods we go about protective styling our hair, as well as our wash day routines. I think those are the two biggest things that kind of contribute to us considering our hair to be harder to manage than others, because most people with looser textured hair, the straight hair people out there, I've never seen a person with straight hair wash their hair. I'm assuming that it doesn't take more than 2 minutes to wash their hair, whereas for me specifically, with my hair length right now, it probably takes me like 2 hours to wash my hair. And when my hair was shorter, I think it took a little bit more time, mainly because I was confused on certain methods that would be helpful for me to help decrease the amount of time that I spent in the shower. Cause when my hair was shorter, I didn't used to wash it in parts, so that was something that kind of contributed to it taking longer. And also when my hair was shorter, I didn't really understand how my hair needed to be moisturized. I always thought that I needed to apply water to my hair to get it to be looser, but I always found that made my hair a lot more coily and kinkier and harder to manage. So I'm gonna kind of first explain to you guys what a typical wash day routine would look like for somebody who may have just been natural, or just a list of things I feel like are the most common for people to do. First, I see people do pre-poos. So I never really understood the concept of pre-poos, honestly, but back in the day when my hair was shorter, I used to do hot oil treatments before I washed my hair, and that was considered my pre-poo. I don't do that anymore because that just takes entirely too long. Then after people pre-poo, they typically shampoo their hair, and it doesn't really take much time to shampoo hair because I feel like the shampoo does the work for you. There's not really much labor that comes with shampooing aside from you rubbing the shampoo into your hair. In addition to that, people also typically condition their hair after they wash it. I used to let the conditioner sit in my hair for about 24 hours. I don't know what possessed me to do something that ludicrous, but I did it, and my hair is fine. Not that I'm, promoting it or, influencing or trying to influence people to do the same. I don't really think that's normal to have to do that, but there's no reason why you should be conditioning your hair for more than like an hour in my opinion. But that's also something that contributed to my wash days being so long, because it would take me a whole 24 hours to condition my hair. As my hair got longer though, and I started learning how to take care of it and understanding what my hair needed and what it didn't need, I started conditioning my hair for the recommended time that it says on the bottle. At first, I stopped doing it for 24 hours, and I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna do it for an hour. Then I dropped from an hour to like 5 minutes at most. I don't let my hair condition for more than like 5 minutes. Or if I'm in the shower, I'll just put the conditioner all throughout my hair, wash my body, and then rinse it out. So that's what I do nowadays, and I find that it gives me similar results. I mean, keeping it longer in my hair, I will say that it does make my hair a lot softer, but it's similar results nonetheless. Another thing that possibly contributes to the amount of time that it takes to take care of our hair would be the moisturizing process. There's a lot of different videos and a lot of different ways that people kind of show how they moisturize their hair. When my hair was short, I'm sorry if I keep doing the little parallels of like shorter hair versus longer hair, but anyways, like I'm only doing that because the methods that I used to do back when my hair was shorter is not the same that I do now, and I feel like as my hair has gotten longer, it has gotten a lot more easy for me to take care of it. Not because like long hair equals more manageable. It's because I've kind of come to an understanding of what my hair likes and what it doesn't like, and what benefits my hair more than others, and what some of the things that I don't feel like is necessary, I don't do. When it comes to moisturizing your hair, there's so much that goes into having to moisturize natural hair for it to look presentable, for lack of a better word. The moisturizing process, I feel like, is a very critical process for natural hair, because if you don't do the moisturizing process correctly, then the styling part won't look as good. And you know, we wash our hair and moisturize it to style it at the end of the day. With moisturizing comes having to detangle your hair to get all the moisturizing product throughout every single strand of your hair. That way your hair doesn't dry out quickly. A lot of people kind of find it hard to have to detangle their hair because it hurts. I don't know, it's just something about having a comb tug at your hair strands to make all of the hair strands go in one single direction. That whole concept has always like just made me feel very uncomfortable, because like, who enjoys that? I don't enjoy that, unless like, you know, if you have looser textured hair. Sometimes people have looser textured hair in the front and like the comb just glides through, whereas in the back of their hair it's a lot more kinky, and the comb is just like, it doesn't glide through as easily, and you have to detangle your hair out in small parts or small sections. In addition to the combing and stuff, the specific products that people use to moisturize their hair is also a struggle to find, because there's so many products out there in the natural hair market that is targeted for, you know, natural hair, I guess. Not every product out there on the market is specifically made for like a set hair texture, as much as they want to be like, oh, this is for all hair textures, and then you try it and then you have flakes, and you know, your hair is crunchy and just like all crusty looking. So finding good moisturizing products is also something I feel like people struggle with. That kind of like feeds into the fact that natural hair is hard to manage, because it's hard to find the right product for your hair. And when people are going through the process of finding, you know, the perfect moisturizing product, it costs a good amount of coin, you know. But hair products are not cheap. But anyways, my hair is kind of glittery because I went to this event and I was wearing a glittery dress, and now there's glitter everywhere. It's all over my fingers. But anyways, yeah, so that's all I have to say in regards to moisturizing the natural hair. The products that somebody uses to moisturize their hair can either make or break their moisturizing process. If you're not using like something that your hair likes, it'll kind of increase the amount of time it takes to take care of your hair. But anyways, after you pre-pooed your hair, then you shampooed, conditioned, and moisturized, now it's time for your hair to dry after you moisturize it. I know a lot of people moisturize their hair while it's still wet. That's why I kind of ordered the points in that order. But if not, then I guess this doesn't apply to you. But anyways, after you moisturize your hair and your hair is wet, for me, when I used to moisturize my hair when my hair was shorter, I used to moisturize it while it was still wet, and it would take a good 2 to 3 days for my hair to fully dry. But I do know that there are some people that go about quickening that time by drying their hair with heat, and I never really could get to that wavelength of knowledge, because when I was taking care of my hair when it was shorter, I didn't really have access to a lot of things. So like blow dryers and like heat I don't know, the things that people sit under, the, what is it called? The heat caps, I don't know. Things like that weren't really accessible, so I just resorted to letting my hair dry after 2 to 3 days. And I wasn't really, I don't know, it didn't really bother me, but I could see how that, like the fact that natural hair does take so long to dry, I can see how that does contribute to why natural hair is a little bit harder to manage than most textures. Because most textures, all you have to do is wait 2 minutes, or not even 2 minutes. But like pull out a blow dryer and dry your hair in 2 minutes. Whereas, but when it comes to natural hair, I feel like because our hair is so kinky, that's, I don't know what the science, the direct science is behind that, but I feel like because it's so, you know, kinky by nature, it just takes a little bit longer for it to dry than others. All right, so in regards to styling, I also wrote down styling as another reason as to why we would consider our hair a little bit harder to manage. I feel like a lot of times, and I've said it before in previous videos, like I feel like we, you know, as natural hair people, sometimes try to get our hair to look like other people's textures, and that can sometimes contribute to the amount of time that it takes to do our hair. For example, when it comes to wash and goes, I've seen, you know, videos of people, well, I don't know, for one, certain textures back in the day weren't able to do wash and goes. I never tried it because I know that it would take a lot more time for the curls in my hair texture to pop as well as it does for other textures. So I automatically knew that wash and goes just weren't for me because it would just take entirely too long to get the same results as somebody whose hair is built for that type of stuff. Sounds a little bit discriminatory. I don't know what the correct terminology is for that sentence, but I'm not like trying to be mean, but certain things that my hair doesn't do naturally, I don't force it to do. Whereas I feel like when it comes to styling our natural hair, sometimes we will go out of our way to do certain things to our hair that our hair was never really created to do, or not necessarily created to do, but like our hair wasn't built for that specifically. And there are often ways that we go around doing certain things, like you know, our hair wasn't created to look straight or be straight, but we flat iron our hair and perm it for it to look straight. And even though we know the damages that can cause to our own natural hair, we do it anyways because, you know, we're human and we do what we want, I guess. But I think that that's the biggest thing when it comes to styling our hair that makes it take too long. A lot of us don't really understand what styles are for our hair types, our hair textures, and the ones that we can do to our hair. A lot of people don't like the look of it. Like personally, I used to think that I didn't really like my hair back in the day because I never wore it out, but I don't think it's a matter of like not liking my hair. I do love my hair, but I just know that leaving my hair in braids just kind of decreases the amount of time that I spend touching my hair. I don't know, it doesn't make me feel like my hair is hard to manage because I leave it alone, I don't touch it. I don't know if that makes any sense. So one remedy to kind of decreasing the amount of time it takes to style our hair, I would say, would be to kind of do styles that are for your hair texture, or do styles that complements your hair texture and your hair length, because length is also a big thing. Like for example, when my hair was shorter, I used to do a lot of mini styles, like mini braids, mini cornrows, mini twists. I used to do a lot of mini styles, but as my hair has gotten longer, I find that it takes a lot more time to do the minis, and I decrease the amount of time that it takes me to do my hair by doing everything big. I do jumbo twists or jumbo braids or jumbo cornrows whenever I feel like it, and that kind of decreases the amount of time that it takes for me to do my hair and makes it a lot less harder to manage. All in all, this video wasn't really created to be something that was supposed to be too long. I just wanted to kind of explain to you guys why we often think that our hair is hard to manage. Depending on what you do when you're washing your hair, the before and after process, that can either make or break your wash day routine, as far as making it like a whole day, or making it half a day, or making it a quarter of a day, or a quarter of a day. I feel like if we all as a collective just try to promote things that are for our hair, not necessarily for other textures, then that would kind of help with this whole, I want to say, epidemic. Because I've seen so many places of people saying that their hair is hard to manage. But like, what's something in your regimen that you feel like you're doing that is causing your hair care routine to be longer than needed be? For me, that was doing pre-poo. So I completely kind of stopped doing pre-poos, honestly. I only do pre-poos when I feel like my hair absolutely needs it. Like when I feel like my hair is like dry, crusty, and it needs like to be sparsed up. My hair looks so fluffy right now. Or not really fluffy, I don't know what it looks like, but I blew it out. That's why it looks a little bit bigger than usual. But anyways, I think doing things like wearing your hair out when needed be, or I don't know, I really do think that braids are the best protective style for natural hair, but I understand that some people don't. I don't know, I understand that some people like it when their hair is out, and to each their own. I just couldn't do it. Go ahead and do you, boo, though. Like personally, I only wear my hair out on special occasions. If I'm going to a ball, or if I'm going to a wedding or graduation, something like absolutely special, then I'll wear my hair out. But that's only because I know how much time it takes to maintain my hair when it's out. It takes a lot, because you wear your hair out during the day, then you gotta retwist or braid it back up before the night ends, and like just do all this extra stuff that I wouldn't have to do if my hair was braided up. So that's one thing I do to help decrease the amount of time that it takes for me to take care of my hair, just only wearing it when I absolutely feel the need to. And I just personally feel like braids suit me. I feel like I have the face for braids. I don't know, aside from genuinely liking my chunky braids, I do feel like I stated before, I do feel like they're great low manipulation protective style, because my hair flourishes when I'm not touching it, and when it's in braids I don't really touch it that much. So yeah, those are the two main points that I had in the video. I don't know if I specifically said it, but like the first main point was the fact that we don't know the right techniques and products for our hair kind of contributes to how easy or hard it is to take care of our hair, as well as sometimes we try to mimic things that are not created for our hair length, our hair texture, just the general chemistry of our hair strands. They just can't do it, and then we try so hard to do it, and when it doesn't come out right, oh, natural hair is hard to manage. Free my people from the shackles, Lord, please. But anyways, this is how my hair is looking like. I'm about to go wash it. I haven't washed my hair in so long. It's been like 2 months. It hasn't been that long, honestly. Not to me, at least. I know some people can't really go that long without washing their hair. This is how the hair is looking. It's very poofy because I blew it out, but it feels very, very soft. I did rinse my hair not too long ago, like 2 weeks ago. Or was it a week ago? I don't know. I did rinse my hair because, girl, I had so much product on my hair. I had to rinse it out, because whenever I have too much product on my hair, I realize that my hair is more prone to shrink when I let it out throughout the day. So I just had to free my hair from the shackles of all those chemicals and just make it a little bit more lighter. But I'm about to go wash it right now. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I don't know if I was all over the place. If I missed anything, I probably just voice over and be like, oh, hey guys, this is future Natural Academia editing right now, and this is that and third. But yeah, I really appreciate you guys for clicking on this video and watching. If you guys have any comments, questions, or concerns regarding anything that I said throughout the video, definitely comment down below and I'll be happy to answer. And I'll see you guys next time.